Tennessee Senator-elect Bill Hagerty is accusing Georgia Democratic Senate candidate Jon Ossoff of failing to disclose compensation from businesses controlled by the Chinese Communist Party and Al Jazeera. Here's One America's Jon Hines.
Sir, I know that you're speaking out on behalf of one of your Senate colleagues, Senator David Perdue, running in that Georgia Senate seat. I know a lot of his colleagues in the Senate are helping him out. Talking about his opponent, Jon Ossoff, there is a report in National Review. It talks about Mr. Ossoff and his company, which, according to this report, by the way, is headquartered in the United Kingdom, but suggesting that perhaps he maybe has misrepresented the value, some of the financial numbers surrounding his business. What seems to be going on, sir?
Yeah, what I understand, probably what the same reports that you've seen, John, is that Jon Ossoff, this trust fund socialist, has actually hidden the fact that he had clients was receiving funds from communist Chinese controlled and funded entities in China. He carefully hid that until his primary was over, then quickly tried to restate his disclosures and do it in a way that would hide from Georgians the fact that he had this involvement, this leak to a communist Chinese controlled entity. I think that should be a matter of great concern, because there could not be a more important time than now to stand up to China. And we need people like David Perdue who are strong enough and have the character to do just that.
I understand perhaps he's done some work for Al Jazeera as well, and perhaps companies with ties to communist China. Is that illegal, sir? And if it isn't illegal, why do you suppose the Georgians who are watching this race between Senator Perdue and Democrat candidate Ossoff should be concerned?
I think the greatest concern is the fact that he tried to cover it up, that he tried to hide it from Georgians because he didn't want them to know the truth. And the truth is something that I think should concern Georgians. It's not only the relationship that he's got, but the fact that he tried to cover it up. That would bring our ability to trust him greatly into question. And again, at a time when we need to stand up to communist China, hold them accountable for the pandemic that they've unleashed around the world, hold them accountable for the economic damage, the loss of life, and stand up to them, to their military predatory practices, to their diplomatic predatory practices, and as we all know, they're very deeply predatory practices from an economic standpoint. Now more than ever, we need people that understand the threat that China poses, and David Perdue is precisely the person to do that. A seasoned businessman, a serious businessman, who has global experience and someone that can certainly stand up to China.
What do we know, sir, about Jon Ossoff? I know that I believe Senator Perdue has called him a, quote, trust fund socialist who lives off his family's money. Why is that? How would you characterize his business record, his professional record, sir?
Well, what we understand is that his father's business has been successful. His father's business was a beneficiary of PPP lending, as I understand it, even though Jon Ossoff was a critic of that, and that he's been the great recipient and benefactor of the success of his family's business. At the same time, he's criticizing business and pushing socialism and joining the Democrats in an effort to really move our nation in a direction towards socialism, which would damage our economy and put us again right back in the seat of dependency on China.
Senator-elect Bill Hagerty of Tennessee, speaking on behalf of Senator David Perdue, running for re-election in Georgia. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for talking to us on One America News. Good to catch up with you, sir.
Great to be with you. Thank you, John.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.